Yeah, Jax is like a pipe bomb.
Yeah.
Hope nobody's watching this in an airport when we said pipe bomb. Pipe bomb.
This user has a bomb in their bag.
Arrest them now.
They're right over here.
They have a liquid container that's more than 8 fluid ounces. Kill this man.
No, it's by Weedus. That song. It's been stuck in my head like for the past 3 days.
Yo, anyone has smoked weed today?
No, I'm good.
Anyone high as fuck right now?
No.
I wish. It tastes horrible. It smells like skunk. I really don't get the appeal. I mean, well, okay, I get the appeal, but I don't get the appeal that strongly. Like,
I get the appeal, but I don't get the appeal. You know.
I get the appeal, but I don't get the appeal, bro. It's like, that shit smells nasty, bro. That shit does not smell good, but it makes you feel good.
What peel do you get? Do you get like an orange peel, a banana peel?
I'd say like an apple peel.
Does this apple have a peel?
Apple.
Does that? I don't think
skin. Is it different?
I don't think that counts. Because you don't eat the banana peel and you don't eat the orange peel. Well, if you're a normal human being, you don't eat either of those things. But you do eat the apple skin.
Well,
if
the
you're a
orange
normal
peel is
human.
used for a zest. It's used for a zest.
Yeah, the outside of it, but you not like the whole thing. You don't.
You
fucking
don't wholesale
grind down the whole
just bite
thing.
into it.
Could you call apple juice apple marinara?
No, I definitely wouldn't do that.
What?
I'm pretty sure it's juice.
What even is a
know, 'cause it's
marinara? Like what is a
have no
marinara?
idea. I was just trying to be that asshole who was like,
Do you mean marinade?
fucking soup or something? Like what?
Marinade? Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Like, I'm
Pop Tarts are raviolis.
I'm
though.
trying to imagine a universe in which your sentence made any sense. Like, that's what's happening right now.
Damn.
I mean, if you
And
translate it to like Swedish and then you translate it back, I think you'll get it a little more.
That's fair.
You know.
I'm just
You know,
gonna roll
videos.
with the running theory that Cole is stupid. Anyway.
And I'm gonna go roll with the running theory that we're starting this podcast. Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. My name is Nestani.
I am Jaxler.
I'm DECosmic.
I am Coley.
I'm Delaware.
You're
I like the
Delaware.
wall.
You're the entire state of Delaware.
Yeah.
I can see the entire
He's-
state
he's-
right on your
he's the
face camera.
alphabet
now.
and
That's
the
awesome.
entire
By
state of
Pink
True.
Floyd. Dude, I have to listen to that album again, and I really don't want to.
Why?
Why do you have to listen to it?
Because you sent it to me, nigga. Like, what?
I did not put that on my top 10. That is not a top 10 album.
Wait, what was it? Oh, it's Dark Side of the Moon.
was
That's the one
Dark Side of
that
the
I
Moon.
hate. Yeah, that's the yeah. What is The Wall? What does that look like? Hold on.
The Wall is the most
Wall,
overrated Pink Floyd album of all time.
Floyd.
That's like the double album. That was made because the band was like, oh shit, we don't know how to do money. And then they needed to make money. So then they made it.
Damn.
And Roger Waters was like, I'm just going to combine a whole bunch of shit that I think is cool and make it an album. And then he did.
Well,
and I think
that's
that album
how
would be
art
better if
kind
you
of
like
works.
cut it into thirds.
I haven't listened to The Wall, but that does not sound like The Wall at the same time.
That's definitely not The Wall.
What are you talking
The
about?
Wall is a very good album.
I mean, it's fine.
I haven't listened to it, but I disagree. I hate Dark
It's
Side of the
okay.
Moon. Dark
I
Side of
think-
the Moon is the one that I'm not excited to listen to again, but I will. I will listen to it
It's a
again.
great album.
It's been like 4 years. Maybe I'll like it. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I won't.
Thematically,
like it. I'm not gonna like it.
thematically, I fuck with The Wall more, but
I like John Wall.
Dark
Actually, I
Side of
don't
the
really
Moon's
like
pretty
John Wall.
decent.
I don't even know who that is.
I went for the joke of
Imagine
John
having your
Wall, but
last
he's
name is Wall.
he's kind of like an asshole, to be honest. He's
Oh,
he's a
I hate
basketball
to see
player.
it.
Just another brick in the wall.
Yeah, I mean he did shoot a lot of bricks. That's a lie. He was also a good player. I don't know why I'm just lying. I'm just lying for attention. Right now. I'm just
Literally
want a
just
bit to
lying,
work, bro.
bro.
You just want a bit to work, and that's fine.
Yeah, and nothing's working. I can't get anything to work. None of my bits are working right now.
Now, listen, let me tell you something, man. I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan, but a lot of Pink Floyd fans are actually just
Annoying
like,
as fuck.
yeah. I was gonna find a way to say it a little more eloquently, but they're annoying as fuck. Like, I think my least favorite Pink Floyd fan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna restart. My least favorite Pink Floyd fans are the one there. If anybody doesn't fucking know, there's a guy named Sid Barrett. He did a lot of LSD, and then he wasn't in the band anymore. He like shaved his head and did stuff. Great, good for him, I guess. He's passed. God rest his soul. but he was in like the first 2 albums of Pink Floyd, right? And all like the people who's like, oh, I want to look like I'm into music. I don't listen to enough music. I want to look like I'm into music. They're like, I like the Syd Barrett Pink Floyd albums. And when you listen to those albums, it's like you might as well just put like a rubber duck on a turntable. And like that's pretty much all you're getting. Maybe a bike bell.
What does that mean?
Like that's it.
What does that even mean?
What does that even mean? Come on,
Dude,
I can't let you get away with it. What does that mean?
That's exactly what you listen to the music and you're like, what does this mean? What does this mean?
But like, if you're playing if it's violin, you're playing it on a turntable. The freaking like. The silence is going to knock the duck off eventually. The duck's going to get stuck on like the.
Yeah.
I think my example was actually perfectly executed.
I think you're stupid.
No. I think what Jax is saying is stupid, and I think what you're saying is stupid, and this is why I think it's stupid because like, what do you mean a rubber duck on a? What sound does that make? I don't understand. That's the thing.
No, that's what I'm saying, bro.
You're not describing anything to me. You're just saying it's bad, which is cool, but you can just say it's bad.
You don't. I'm actually explaining this perfectly, except maybe add a bike bell and then a song about kites being like fun.
There's like 2 Pink Floyd fans that thinks this is really funny. And to you audio listeners, congratulations, but none of us get it.
I'm just
We're all looking at him like it's crazy.
I mean, I know who Syd Barrett is.
Taylor Swift is overrated.
I know who Sid is from Toy Story, like the guy.
Dude, that's probably him. Honestly, they both have insane crackhead energy. Holy fuck. They are both insane.
Why do you gotta
Honestly,
like
that is probably.
He's just a salary man, dude. He's just a salary man.
That guy probably did LSD because he saw some toys come to life. Or he was on Dude, what if Toy Story is just a story about somebody on LSD? What if we, the viewer, are on LSD?
I'm pretty sure it's just a story.
I was thinking of Monsters, Inc. for some reason, and like Sully instead of Sid. I'm like, that bro's just a salary man.
I was like, I'm rather certain. See, here's the thing, Jax. Is like I'm rather certain that the evil child from Toy Story is not a salary man.
Yeah,
but maybe he could be.
I fucking punted that one real bad.
Yeah,
it's all right, dude.
I love Monsters. I think Monsters Inc. is a better movie than Toy Story. IMO.
I think they're like the exact same thing, to be honest. Like they're just on the same level. They're both solid.
Yeah, I mean they're on the same level. Yeah, I think that Toy Story is probably one of the coolest movies ever made because it was just, I guess, innovative for the
Steve
time.
Jobs.
But no, not because of Steve Jobs. I'm not feeding into this bit, so I'm sorry about your luck.
Boo.
But
wait, why? I didn't know you were such a Toy Story fan.
I'm not, but I think that you can acknowledge the. I think. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay.
Chaotic start.
Here's the thing.
All right, he said, "Here's the thing. I'll see you guys in 5 minutes."
Well, no, I was just gonna say, like, I don't have to like really be a super fan of something to acknowledge that I think it was really innovative for the time that it came out.
Sure, kind of looks bad now, but.
I mean, I think it still is aged pretty well.
It's an animated movie.
I haven't watched it in a hot second. I'm kind of just throwing shit at the wall.
You're just yapping, yeah. Not to be confused with the wall.
Like Monsters Inc. You see like the fur. I'm like, no, dude. You see like the fur on arms and like there's like intense like.
But it's a different art style.
It was
though.
Probably it was innovative for its time, but it's like. You know, it's like I could go and look at like an old like 1940s Disney animated thing, even 1920s, and I'm like, that still looks pretty good for today.
I mean, Toy Story.
But like when I look at like old 3D animation, I'm like, this just looks like shit.
I don't think it looks like shit. I think you're capping. Honestly.
Yeah, I think you haven't looked at a still image of the Toy Story in 18 years.
Yeah, I think that.
You know what? I
was gonna say like 20, but I don't think you've been alive for 20, so I rescinded that and went to 18.
He's been alive for at least 22.
Wait, do you think? Never mind.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a conscious. You know, when he's 2 years old.
Oh, so like you mean 18, like he hasn't been retaining memories
like
for
at 4? Okay. Like you know, there might be something kicking around in there. You know.
Yeah, when you're 2 years old, you don't have personhood yet. It's like
yeah. My brain unlocked at 3.
I don't agree, just based on what we ended up with. But fair enough.
Why don't you agree?
I mean, just look at you.
How much faith do you have in me? You seem to doubt me a lot.
I do.
You don't have any?
No.
If you had to give me a task that you think I could do with 100% confidence, what would that task be?
Sitting in your chair.
Well, that's because I'm doing that right now.
Ouch.
I'm just saying, Jax, you had the opportunity to make that bit like a home run, and then you said sit in your chair, and you kind of dropped the ball there. I just want to point that out.
How would you workshop that bit?
I was so amped. I was like, dude, this is about to be a great bit.
I fucked it. I know.
He could have gone in a lot of directions, and he nosedived it, dude.
Yeah, that was tough. I was excited. Cosmic could see how excited I was
sitting in your own
during this
chair,
bit.
sucking your own dick. You know, it's like being tall and sad. Like, does that work? Like,
I mean, it would be cool if he could self-suck. I feel like most guys have tried it.
Self-suck?
Yeah.
I've never heard it called that, but that's very innovative. That's very alliterative.
I can tell you don't watch the Fear
But
and
I guess
podcast.
it's innovative too.
They literally all say it. Anytime someone is not there for the podcast, they say that they've died in a self-sucking accident.
they gave themselves fucking lockjaw.
Autoerotically asphyxiated themselves, I think is the term.
That's a little different.
Honestly,
but
I would just be impressed.
I do a
at
little
that
reading, you know.
Why do you read about
bit.
that? Why do you read about that?
You read about people choking themselves to death while they masturbate.
Go on.
I think the Indians discovered masturbation back in ancient times. You know.
What? Why are we dragging the Indians into this?
Just fun facts. They invented the toothbrush, I think, too. Can we switch topics now?
No.
Gladly.
No.
Honestly.
Let's just sit in this for a second.
Yeah, let's just
Sit in
admire
this.
the view.
All right, I'm fine. I'm perfectly
Sit in the
comfortable talking about
autoerotic
masturbation. It's a natural thing for people to
asphyxiation.
do.
I don't think
That
anyone in
is true.
society can claim they invented masturbation. Like,
No, probably
that's
not.
like dawn of time type of shit.
That would be badass if somebody could, though.
I don't know.
I feel like masturbation existed before the human race existed.
It
It's
might
like
have.
other animals be stroking their shit.
That's crazy.
What do you want me to tell you?
What a
Like,
crazy sentence.
Other animals be stroking they shit.
Jaxler 2025.
Dude, wait, that actually is kind of crazy, though.
it's probably the truth. I don't observe animals like that, but like, I mean,
you didn't have to clarify, but now that you clarified, I'm.
Now that you clarified, now we're gonna
Did you read that
question
book, too?
What book?
Never mind.
I don't read. You fucking
Jaxler's new book, Other Animals Be Stroking They Shit. A New York Times bestseller, baby.
Number one, yeah.
It's just a fucking like picture book. Yeah.
Oh,
Met
God.
at the Barnes and Noble.
No one said anything about picture book. You didn't have to.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I feel like if you described all of these things in detail, that would be a lot more suspect than just
Yeah, exactly.
taking pictures of them.
I would want, yeah.
Of course you would want that.
The silence spoke volumes.
Yeah, a little bit.
You're not helping your case here, Cole. You're really not.
I've definitely missed every shot I've taken at the hoop in this podcast.
Hey, it's fine.
I've gone through a 3-pointer, nothing.
Speaking of shots on the hoop.
Yeah, no, speaking of, actually, I went to a basketball game the other day with my dad and his buddy.
Basketball
What teams
is
were
my
playing?
favorite sport.
Basketball.
I like the way they fuck me
Yeah.
up and down.
So it was college basketball. So the Big Ten conference championships are happening in Indy.
You didn't even see a
so-
pro game, bro.
No,
I'm asleep. All right, text
okay,
me
fair
when you guys are done with this.
they were good. Okay, so like,
Ouch.
well, fuck you, I guess. Okay, but so it was the semifinals of like the Big Ten conference. So it was Michigan State versus Wisconsin, and then Maryland versus Michigan, like University of Michigan.
Maryland versus Monroe.
Wow. I feel like I should have actually known about this, but I didn't.
Well, Cole, I have good news for you. Michigan State lost, so.
Ouch.
Honestly, not surprised. Dude,
Well, no,
the only thing State's good
Michigan-
at is basketball.
Michigan State
Barely.
was first seed, and they got upset by Wisconsin. That was like 5th or 6th seed. It was pretty funny. But I think the thing that I like, 'cause here's the thing, right? It just basketball generally. Like, as I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate just the viewing experience and the sport of it more. Like, now that I'm like older and have a brain, right? But
Do you have a brain?
Like, working on it. But like, live basketball is so much better than like watching it on TV, which I know is like kind of like a duh. But like, just being able to sit there and watch the game and not have to listen to people chatting in my ear about how many rebounds somebody has is like so godlike. It's like not even funny. Just being able to like hear it, it's just so much better that way. I don't know. This is something I was thinking about.
Of the crowd around you too can be
Dude, the Michigan State fans were insane. Like most for the first.
Oh my god, everybody's starting on State fans, dude. Holy fuck.
So that was a really funny game for me too, because on my mom's side of my family, they all went to Michigan State. They're all Michigan State people. On my dad's side of the family, they're all Wisconsin people. So I kind of had to take like a neutral stance for that game. But Wisconsin held out, which was great.
Wow.
It was interesting because like the first, like honestly, like the MSU Wisconsin game was like really tight just because, but like especially Wisconsin was really good on defense, and it was just like a lot of lockdown. But the Michigan Maryland game was insane because they had like these. They had like these two kids that University of Michigan. They had these like two kids that were like 7 foot, who could also like dribble and pass the ball and shit, and they were going crazy. I think someone dropped like 35 or 40. It was fucked up. Michigan won that game, but
wow.
I also got to spend time with my dad too, so that was cool.
My dad.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that was
nice.
my dad.
Yeah.
But
No, dude, I love going to sports games live. Like,
Yeah.
I'm from a hockey family. So like,
Fair.
and I've gone to schools that also like are really big into hockey. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Hockey sucks, bro.
What does that Scooby-Doo cartoon sound effect imply here?
I mean, hockey is just lacrosse, but less interesting. But fair enough.
It's just fighting on ice with a stick.
Okay, here's the thing.
There's another place there's another website where you can find that, Cole.
This is why hockey sucks, because whenever you tell someone that hockey sucks, they're like, dude, but the fights are so cool. That's not hockey. It's not hockey.
That is hockey.
It's not hockey.
That is hockey.
They're fighting. That's a different sport.
That's awesome.
Watch fucking boxing, bro. Like, I don't know. Like,
MMA.
It's always, they always talk about everything.
Okay, are they
that's
fighting
not
on
the
ice?
actual
Are they
sport
fighting
of
on
hockey.
ice?
They always talk about nothing about hockey. They're not like, dude, fucking like Wayne Gretzky's so cool. No one says that. No one says anything. They said, but the fights are sick. I love watching the fights. I love watching when they don't play the sport and when they just get into fights. I like when they turn off the sport.
Well, because you need the fights are a part of the culture. The fights are a part of the game. Because the thing is that if there were no fights throughout it's a great you know those plot diagrams you learned in English class where you got like the rising action and the conflict and the falling action.
You're really
like,
trying
the
to
fights,
justify
the
this
fights
with
are part of the plot.
You're trying to justify this with literature language in front of a aspiring literature person.
Exquisitively.
In DECosmic.
Yeah.
Aspiring literature person.
Because honestly, like in hockey, it's so hard to get a goal unless you're actually trash. Then
that's why it's so boring.
That's why it's
so boring. There's never any scores.
It's not boring because there's the fights,
that's also why
baby.
soccer. That's also why soccer's so fucking boring.
Like, I disagree,
dude. The whole world just went fuck Jaxler 1.
I disagree with that.
Shit.
Football is actually cool to watch. Real football, not American football. American football's fucking lame as fuck.
Well, no, I meant like soccer.
Yeah, soccer. Soccer is cool as fuck. Sorry.
I didn't know we had strong.
I'm just so used to saying
podcast.
football, but yeah, soccer is fun to watch. I will push back on that. Like the World Cup is gas. I don't know like what you're on.
I just feel like I'm sitting around waiting.
I think it's also different because I've also played soccer for like 10 years. So I kind of know what's going on.
I never enjoyed playing soccer when I played it growing up. Like
it was too easy for you.
No, because of the issues I have with my knees and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Like anything I could use with my hands, like baseball or whatever the fuck.
You look like you would like baseball.
You know what's funny? You know what's really funny? I quit baseball because it pissed me off too much. Because I was like young and hyper competitive, so I would just crash the fuck out whenever we lost, and I'm like 13-year-old me was like, this isn't healthy, so I'm just gonna stop doing it, and then I did, and then my mental improved. I will give you all as well. A lot of these sports are a lot more watchable if you go to watch it live.
Well, okay, that's different though. If you're watching a sport live, any sport's entertaining if you're watching it live.
Right.
Besides maybe golf, it's just still probably boring as fuck. But like,
Yeah.
anything else is probably fun to watch. Like
I
hockey's
honestly
probably
think
fun to
watching
watch
golf,
live if you go watch
like-
hockey live. But like watching on the TV, I'd rather.
Yeah.
I have a Sigma lens cap here.
Oh yeah.
Looks like a great hockey puck.
Like I don't know. Like I just. Like
Sorry.
I don't know, like baseball I also just kind of find boring to watch, especially on TV. It's just like
The best part about going to baseball games is not watching the game. It's going to the concession stand and then eating the food in the stands.
this man knows what he's talking
yeah.
about.
Every baseball game I've gone to, the team I'm rooting for loses. So I just eat a bunch
Yeah.
of hot dogs.
The last baseball game I went to, I have no idea who was playing or who won. It didn't matter. I just was there and I just talked to people the whole time. It's basically like you go to a baseball game to just hang out with people and then you leave and it's just like there's just like
I thought you
something
were just like
happening
in a
in the
food
distance.
coma.
No, I
you were in
only
a
had
food
like
coma,
2
you
hot
just didn't
dogs.
know where you were.
No, I only actually I only had 1 hot dog because I was broke as fuck. But we don't have to talk about that part. But hey, you know.
It is a little expensive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
Lacrosse is goated. That's what I'm trying to say. Like that.
LaCroix?
I love watching LaCroix. Yeah, LaCroix. Yeah,
I
I love
LaCroix.
watching soda on the counter. Yeah.
We talk about LaCroix.
God, you're so white, Cole. Jesus.
Look who's talking. What the fuck?
Yeah,
The game
pasties
recognizes
or paster.
game, okay?
Like I don't know. Like
Game recognizes game. Okay.
What? Pasty to paster?
yeah.
That is insane.
Cosmic, do you like sport ball? Are you a sportsman?
No.
Are you a
No.
sports guy? No. You seemed very enthusiastic about our conversation this entire podcast. You look like you've been itching to say something.
No.
No, I don't think he was. No, I'm going to a real
Okay.
basketball game this week.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
today I'm going to be at a Phoenix Suns game.
Oh, that's right.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
One of the two.
I remember you mentioned that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
gonna be
either
fun.
tonight or tomorrow. And
Is
I
Durant
can't-
still on the Suns?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
the whole reason Durant's there.
Yeah, that's
Booker's
the whole
there,
reason you wanna go.
And then they're also facing the Cavs, so we get to see the number 1 seed Cavs play. They have Donovan Mitchell.
Kyrie is still on the Cavs, right?
No, Kyrie is on Dallas and he's tore his ACL.
Yeah,
the
I
other
knew he
week,
was out, but I didn't know if he was still.
he's
on the
out
Cavs.
for like the next year, and it's very sad. And I was very upset about
It's
it.
always the ACL, man.
Yeah, it's almost like
always
it's
the
like a
ACL.
super fucking flimsy little component in your leg that just like snaps at the
That's-
crack of a whip.
That's the one thing that with any kind of sport, like it's so brutal on people's bodies. It's just like, you know, it's at the end of the day, it's the athlete's choice to do what they want to do, but like it's so rough on you physically at that
Yeah,
point.
golf.
It's
Oh
like
my god. Ooh.
golf, swimming,
Golf.
track, gymnastics. Like holy shit,
Okay, well,
gymnastics.
yeah,
eats its
gymnastics
young.
actually. Yeah.
Gymnastics fucks people up.
I was
another
trolling
cool
with
sport to
golf,
watch,
but maybe
but-
I don't know.
No,
true.
golfers like throw out their shoulders a good bit.
Yeah, I could see that.
And their backs
Well,
and their pussy in the
Yeah,
crack.
they're back too.
But the thing that like
Wow.
people don't realize about like I think like I'll just use the NBA as an example is how physical the game is and how fast they're going. Because on TV
Yeah.
you watch an NBA game, it doesn't look that physical. It doesn't look like they're going fast. But like if you ever see like a sideline, like a court view of the sideline, not top down, but like
Yeah.
you see how fast they're going. And then it's always funny because people make fun of people like Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis for being pieces of glass. Like they just
Yeah.
like break out like a drop of a hat. They get hurt all the time. I'm like, bro, you would die if you step foot on the court for 2 seconds. Like you,
Yeah.
you would just be, it
No,
would be over.
and
Like I
that
don't
was
know.
that was something I kind of noticed too. Like especially like so the where we were sitting was kind of I'd say like diagonal like if you got the
Diagonally.
rectangle, it was bottom
Wait, I
left.
can't reference that.
Yeah, it was basically like facing the bottom left corner. So we were like up a bit, but like facing that like left corner, right? So like there would be times when we would see fast breaks coming from the other side, and it was just insane, like how fast they were fucking hoofing it down the court. Like the Michigan Maryland game was one off of a fast break with like 4 seconds to go, and the dude was just fucking hurtling down court for like the game winning layup, and it was like what the fuck did I just see?
Dude,
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, and it's also like they're so fast, but the other thing is that they're so like big and tall
and strong.
It just makes the court look so much like smaller than it actually, like all those
we had
elements
this conversation
make it seem like the
I
court
think a couple episodes ago where we were joking about like Steph Curry looking like kind of like a smaller guy.
Yeah, and he's taller
like,
than me.
He's like 6'3".
Yeah.
It's like
Yep. It's crazy, man. What's the smallest player? Like 5'9" or something? I don't know his name.
Active in the NBA? There's one popular player, Isaiah Thomas, who was like I think 5'10" in the NBA.
still like compared to most people, pretty damn tall. Like,
well, I wouldn't say that.
Not like tall, but like not like short.
I don't know how to. By the way, I cannot spell Isaiah. I just butchered it. I just want to point out I spelled it Isaiahb. Cooked. It's just not even close.
You were close. You were close until the end.
Yeah. Well,
us readers understand the use of the silent B. You know,
where did the B come from, bro?
I don't know. I was just typing.
Bro was doing the mango typers and did not care what keys.
Oh, sorry. He's 5'9". He's not 5'10". He's 5'9".
Wow.
But that was like the last
crazy.
like short guy in the NBA. I think like the normal short people are like around Steph Curry's height, which is 6'3".
Which is fucked up. The other thing too is I feel like if you're like on the shorter end in the NBA, I feel like you're more prone to get injured just because you're gonna have less body mass to protect you.
It's actually kind of both. It's like if you're too tall and if you're too short, you get owned.
Yeah,
that's typically how it goes. And then if you're right in the middle, if you're like 6'9" or something, crazy that 6'9" is in the middle. By the way, it's just like 6'8". You see someone actually 6'8", you're like, hey, how you doing?
hey, how's the weather up there?
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
guys, have you seen anything about the new Snow White movie coming out?
I've heard a lot of complaining.
No, I haven't.
No,
I mean, I
I
saw a
not.
little bit at
I'm
the
gonna
very
do some
beginning,
Googling.
but
Sick. Cool, because that's all I've heard about it too, Cole. Is so
Yeah.
Here's the TLDR, guys. I exist on the internet, so I don't use Twitter or Blue Sky much anymore, but I do use Instagram because I like titties. And so with that,
many such cases.
yeah, with that, I don't really. I just follow a bunch of bands. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I should have just kept going. It would have been funnier if I just didn't acknowledge it. Anyway, I follow Rachel Zegler on Instagram because I keep up with her career because she is my favorite like actress, and she's also probably one of my favorite voices ever, like definitely in my top 10 voices just in general. I started like watching her because of like YouTube and stuff, and so like she's been like actually getting famous and stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy. But she got casted in the Snow White, right? Now, fun fact about Rachel Zegler, everyone, for those of you that don't know her, because no one probably really knows her very well, is that she was in West Side Story, and she's not white, she's Latina, and so everyone's really, really mad that Snow White isn't white. They're like, it's in her name, she has to be white. Like, and
is that the point though?
I don't know. It's just
I don't know. I've never actually seen
cascade, though. It's a never ending. It's not a point. She just happens to be white, and her name's Snow White. Like I don't know.
That's just ignorant.
But like all Disney princesses back in fucking 1960 were white because it's the fucking 1960. Like anyway, it doesn't matter. But like. The thing is that like there's this giant shitstorm, which by the way, it has nothing to do with like people being like, oh, the movie's going to be bad. It's she's Latina, and it is kind of ridiculous because like I'm pretty sure like most of the Disney movies that have been coming out recently that are like the IRL like. I said IRL.
Live action.
Live action. Thank you. Gamer terms. The live action of fucking Disney movies have all generally been pretty good. Like the one with Emma Watson, Beauty and the Beast. There we go. I got there. And then the other ones, like everyone's been like, dude, they're so fucking good, blah. And then like randomly, we're all just like, nah, dude, fuck Snow White. I'm like, dude, hey.
I remember when this happened to the Little Mermaid, though.
Yeah, it was the same thing with the Mermaid Little, except I didn't give a fuck about that because I don't care about
the
who
Mermaid
played.
Little.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with that movie that much, and I didn't care. I don't know who the actress is, but since I follow Rachel Zegler, I care a lot more about this one.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't hear about that like particular complaint as much. I heard about the dwarves being like CGI
Really?
characters instead of like actual like actual dwarves, I guess.
Yeah, they could have casted Cosmic for that.
Ow. Bro. Dude, wow. That was some great nonverbal communication right there by him. Holy crap.
Just
Yeah,
catch a
no
fucking
words.
At
stray,
that
bro.
point, can't you just cast dwarf actors at that point? Like, is it really hard to find 7 dwarf actors to fill the role?
I don't know. I have no idea
Well,
what
the
their
thing is
thought
that
process
you don't
was.
have to be a
I
dwarf. You just get
know.
on your knees. Like, I don't know. Anyway, it's you just squat down.
Nestani
Like, I don't know.
2025.
You just-
You don't got to be a dwarf. Just get on your knees.
Yeah.
Sentences out of context. Anyway,
Yeah, just get on your knees.
This is our
People
most
have been saying it.
offensive episode I think we've ever done.
But
Anyone
I don't
getting on
know.
their
I
knees
mean-
in the YouTube comments?
if you're on your knees right now, make sure to get in the comments and let us know.
Let us know what
Let
you're
us
doing down
know
there.
let us know the longest amount of time you've ever spent on your knees. So
Hopefully it's in church.
Only 30 minutes because I'm really good at my job.
based, honestly. So I think that if you're trying to do something like otherworldly with the dwarves, then you can probably justify CGI if you're trying to make them look pretty uncanny or whatever. But you can also generally do this with prosthetics, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I would honestly push back a lot more on that than like Snow White being,
Latina.
Latina because like I don't know, man, how many white people have the last name Black? Probably a lot.
Too many.
Like
there's at least one Rebecca, Like,
there's
True.
there's Rebecca Black. Like
And she does not
did
get the
anybody?
pass
No,
after
absolutely
making that
not.
Definitely.
horrific fucking like.
So if she made a better
god-awful
song,
if she made a better song and she was like a little bit hotter, yeah.
oh, that's fair. So
so we're only you'd give her the pass if she were more attractive.
And if she made
that
a
what
better
you're
song, yeah, it's both.
both, yeah.
Yeah. And there's also
Yeah,
just like
so-
a threshold of attractiveness where like you could just say it and I'll be like, whatever, I guess. I don't know. Like, what am I going to do? Like, if you're just a casual 10 walking around, and you say it, I'm like, I can't say anything. I don't know. But if you're
Maybe
PewDiePie
pretty-
or like
pretty-
Ninja
is-
or Tfue, then like, fuck, you know what I mean?
Is pretty privilege really that powerful? Like,
If you're like a
just gives you
pure 10,
fucking-
yeah, but how many pure 10s are there? There's like fucking like not that many.
well, not an IMO, because, well, you know me.
Yeah, that's fair. But I
didn't
don't know.
really
It's
know these
it's
rules.
weird when like
Bro was unaware of the game he was playing.
yeah, it's one of those weird things where people just kind of push back on like a casting thing because some people seem to forget that like actors audition for these things. It's not like they just picked out this person that's playing Snow White and just went, oh, she's not white, we'll go ahead and just hire her. Like,
Also,
diversity, like here, the other thing too is like it's not like the character of Snow White is like where she's located is really in any way like the story is not really tied to her skin color. Like if you
she
had
has a
I don't know
literal
Scarlet,
fake name because it's a Disney movie. Like,
Yeah.
all of them have fake names. So you can remember them.
if you had like Scarlett Johansson play Mulan, okay,
That
I
would
get
be
it,
a-
right. Yeah,
that would be a little weird.
because it's because Mulan's like her story is directly tied to her race, right? Like an Asian person has to play that part because the story takes place in China. Like it's all about that country.
Right.
Like it wouldn't make sense for anybody like any other race to play that role. It's the same with like, and I brought up Scarlett Johansson specifically because like Ghost in the Shell, which she was in, a lot of like that anime and that manga is like related to like post World War II Japan basically. And a lot of it has to do with like that country's culture. So even though Scarlett Johansson can definitely play the part of the Major in Ghost in the Shell, you can't just take Ghost in the Shell and put like it in America because it's just not the same anime
Yeah.
at that point. It's not the same story. Like a lot of the different themes just don't mesh. So but like Snow White is about. Like as long as there's an apple and a witch and
apple, bro.
some seven and seven dwarves,
that's about
like,
being pretty. Like I don't know. Like that's what it's about being pretty. Also, the
yeah,
thing
exactly.
is too is that it's also a thing where like Richard Zegler is like the best archetype right now for that style. It's a musical, right?
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
I think so. Oh, are they making it a musical?
I mean, it's Snow White. All Disney things are musical, and yeah, it is a musical because Rachel Zegler's in it, obviously.
Oh,
But
yeah,
like the
that's
thing
true.
is that Rachel Zegler has one of the most incredible voices in the world, but also B, she is like,
What are you about to
this
say?
is a stretch. This is going to be a stretch, and it's not true right now, but it could be true in like 10 years.
I'm bracing.
She is potentially this generation's Julie Andrews. I don't know if I'm going to go that far. Okay, we're a little early. Okay, we're a little early on that. But like that's like the archetype, right? Is like Julie Andrews, and like in terms of like really popular actresses that also double as like really good singers, there's not that many to choose from right now. If you like
Not at the
that
moment,
are like
no.
super popular, at least that
Yeah.
I'm aware of. That's like
You said,
in the ecosystem.
you said actresses specifically, or
Yeah,
yeah, because I mean,
honestly,
like
even
in terms
actors.
Actors, yeah. I mean, I was actually surprised that like Timothée Chalamet sung all of the music in in a Complete Unknown. Yeah, because and then like I mean, even Austin Butler did some of the singing in the Elvis movie, but they mixed his voice with
Yeah,
Elvis. But Timothée Chalamet, all of the singing in the Bob Dylan film is all him. So
so
he
yeah.
actually can do it all.
It's like similar to like Ryan Gosling and La La Land as well. That was all him as well. Even though like
yeah.
Really?
no one
I forgot about
it
that.
was yeah.
I
Even though
forgot
it was,
about
like,
that. Yeah,
Obviously, like
nobody knows. Yeah,
yeah. Obviously, it wasn't like the most perfect performance ever. Like if you actually listen to his voice, you can hear it that he's like a newer singer. But like it passed. It was fine, right?
It also works for that kind of movie too.
Exactly.
Where
Like
it's
it
Yeah.
fit as well. You know.
he learned. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's the thing is that like there's not really any like super like stars right now that like what white girl would you put in that role that can sing? Emma Stone? That's your choice.
Who knows, really? Yeah,
Right?
Margot Robbie, like get Margot Robbie to sing.
Yo, Sydney Sweeney, get her in there. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like
Yeah,
I don't know because that's my thing is that like she obviously is way overqualified for like a musical type thing, especially like after she did
Yeah.
West Side Story, which is really fucking good. Like it's just natural that she's gonna take at least one of the Disney movies, you know what I mean, that they're making into musicals, because all of them are musicals, right? But like
yeah, to an extent.
yeah, I don't know. I think it just makes sense in like the current ecosystem, but like everyone's just like so pressed about it, and I was very surprised that people were pressed about it like that hard. Because like you just go into the comments of any of her posts, they're like, "You don't even fucking like Snow White, fuck you, bitch, fucking not white." I'm like, damn, just like live, and it has like 1,000 likes. Like it's not even like, oh, these are like randos. It's like everyone's agreeing with them, and I'm like,
Well,
That's really
the
fucking
thing.
weird. Yeah,
That's the thing though, when you have like just racism like this, where it's just like they never really cared about Snow White. They're just looking for an
Yeah.
opportunity to shit on a woman who's
to
successful.
be racist. Yeah,
yeah, they just want to be racist.
Yeah.
But it's just surprising the like how loud they are. You know, I'm like, damn, like we can't live life for 2 seconds without these niggas. Like, bro, like close your mouth. Like, I don't know. Like,
That sound.
yeah.
shut up.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a whole lot of like rules for me, but or rules for thee, but not for me type shit too. Because
Yeah.
like when the needle goes in the other direction, they're just like they're still shouting about crap, right?
Right,
It's just,
yeah.
It's just really fucking weird type shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm trying to think of the actual example that I had in mind, but I'm like
What were
blanking
you
on
gonna
it
say,
right
Cole?
now.
I was just gonna say, when I first saw complaints about, like, this is not the, like, when I first saw complaints about it, I was like, oh, everybody's complaining about the Disney live action movie
Yeah.
because
It's a
everybody
Disney live
complains
action.
about
Every
new
single
live
one
action
got
movie.
complained about.
And to
Yeah.
be fair, I really don't even like the idea of these Disney live action movies either. As a former
I don't either.
movie theater worker, anytime one got announced, I was this close to just ending it all, dude. Oh my God. It's just horrible. The Lion King, when that shit came out in 2019.
Oh, the live action.
Oh
or
my
like
God,
the CGI
bro.
Lion
I
King.
wanted to jump in a fucking canyon and have buffaloes run me over. Oh my God. But I mean, and so that's what I thought people were complaining about. I think these complaints are mainly idiotic. Like,
Yeah.
I guess the dwarf one I can understand, but I am no person to weigh. Like, I have no opinion on it, I guess. Like, I don't know context or circumstances.
You'll weigh in
but-
on Latina women, but you won't cross the
It's-
line with dwarfs. I see.
It's strange to me how people like they take a frame of reference and then consider that like anything that's not close to that is like bad, right?
I don't think people have their own opinions anymore.
Well, I mean, it's not even that. It's like if there's any sort of frame of reference for how something was or like could be,
And if you change
then
it
people
at
just
all.
yeah. Like so there's a couple of examples here. Like Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, right? The latest film.
I'm just saying, guys, we went from like Snow White, super popular stuff. He's like, here's my reference. Resident Evil.
Did you
listen.
press your space bar? It sounded like you pressed your space bar to try and pause Cosmic.
I did,
Maybe,
but
yeah.
I should. This guy-
I used to have this bit with my brother when I wanted him to stop talking, where I would like be holding the TV remote and I just hit the off button and just
so toxic. Holy shit.
Funny but toxic.
he thought it was funny.
I
At
was
least
just
I think he did.
questioning the jump. You just like went to like.
Well, there's
the
a
moon,
thematic
bro.
jump, but like there's actually so Leon in Resident Evil, obviously white guy, right?
Sure.
And then they cast
Aw, dang it.
they cast a darker skinned guy as Leon, but
It was
he
me.
tried out for the part.
Deal.
He got for the part. Yeah, Nestani played Leon in
Yep.
Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. This is the latest film. And like people would go, oh well, that wasn't really Leon. He doesn't really look like him. He doesn't act like him. And I'm like, okay, well, number one, Leon doesn't exist. So like Leon can look however they want him to. You know, number two, Leon and all the other Resident Evil characters are broad strokes. You can write them pretty much however they want to because they're plot devices. They're there to move the environmental storytelling forward and give you a perspective to experience it from. They're not fully fleshed out individuals. Like, again, their race doesn't matter at all. Like, in terms of like the whole setting and everything, like it just does not matter. The other thing too is with the Devil May Cry anime. I think I brought this up last time. Is that because there's a reference point of how Dante's voice has been for the last like 3 games in the anime, even though Johnny Young Bosch is killing it on the Dante vocals, and like, well, at least killing it with the material that he's given. People go, oh, well, Dante doesn't sound like Dante. And I'm like, technically, Dante hasn't sounded like Dante since the first game because Drew Coombs was the first Dante, and then there's 2 other voice actors after him. It's just that Ruben ended up playing him the longest. So, like, that's just your most recent point of reference. Doesn't mean that the point of reference is automatically better because Ruben has, like, one voice that he does. And he's just not as good of a voice actor as JYB. But for some reason, people decide to take the frame of reference that they have as, like, well, this is what it should be like. No, motherfucker. It could be better. Like,
I would just love to see these kinds of people crash out when they hear about fan fiction. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
it's fucking
just like
crazy. Yeah.
Well,
Like-
I don't think that is
you know what
as
I mean?
applicable
It's
just
like
because
that's
it's
like
not
you know
canon,
that's
but-
No, I don't
exactly.
agree.
It's like it's just like even more insane shit than just like that. Like,
Well,
you know,
I feel like that
there's
they
probably
would-
some sort of Dante Virgil Yowie out there that like would probably
Probably,
be like,
yeah.
oh no, they're not actually like that. Well, you can make whatever you want. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
I think the
You don't
difference with
have to
fan
like
fiction
it.
is that it's not like legit.
It's not canon to
It's
the.
not
yeah,
canon. It's not legit.
Sure.
Right?
It's not official
so
material.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I can back you on that.
I mean, I get the point that
But you get what I'm
Jackson's
trying to
making.
say,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Where it's
yeah,
just like
unfortunately.
you
I
can just
I
make
think
whatever the
that
fuck you want.
Yeah, I think that the degree of separation here between fan fiction and like these other releases is that like this is something that the company has like invested in to be like, yes, this is the next product, you know. Like whereas fan fiction just sort of is out there and people don't necessarily like it's not nearly as like prevalent on the internet really as it was
especially nowadays.
I guess when forums were like big.
Yeah.
You know, like fanfiction.net. I can't remember the last time somebody really talked about that
Dog,
site.
I haven't logged into that bitch in years, bro.
Yeah.
I never made an account.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm surprised you have an account, Nestani.
Huh? Yeah, I used to write fanfiction, bro.
Oh shit!
Bro was
Damn.
picking up the quill and
All right, I was not
decolor
familiar with your game. Picking up the quill and ink.
Yeah, I was picking up the quill and ink. I was going crazy, bro.
Yeah.
No,
If anyone was picking up that quill and ink, I would assume that's cosmic, but you know, fair enough.
No, my sister's a really good writer, and when, like growing up, I like looked up to my sister. So anything she did, I wanted to do. So she would write fan fiction, so I wrote fan fiction. Mine was dog shit.
Oh.
Hers was good. And so I wrote like a couple Transformers fan fictions.
Can we have an
Nice.
episode where we read them?
No.
To the audience?
No.
Aw. I would
This
love
is.
to
I
hear
would
that.
love as much as I'd love to embarrass Nestani. I don't need to see that. You know what I mean? Like.
Understandable.
I mean,
No
it's
one needs to see
not
that.
like sexual or anything. It's like a normal like fan fiction. Like
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you managed to write erotic Transformers fan fiction,
I
I'd
like
be like,
12.
fair
Like
enough.
that would be kind of a
Yeah.
banger, honestly. Honestly,
Like,
if
honestly,
it was that, I would
props.
be more willing to read it.
To any Autobot.
I was trying.
Yeah.
You know, I was putting an effort. I don't want to do that. I've had enough.
To any Autobot. To
No,
any
I used to
Autobots
read a
out
shit ton
there
of that-
among the
shit ton of fan fiction.
stars.
I was like deep in the Transformers fan fiction thing and some Pokemon
Interesting.
one. Yeah, but both of those
I wonder
were.
if I have my comics.
It's because Transformers Prime is like one of the greatest shows ever made. Like,
How was the new
I still
Transformers
forget
film?
that you're a Transformers fan.
yeah. Well, Transformers is
Did you
really
watch-
good, but like Transformers Prime specifically is so good. That show.
Did you
is-
watch Transformers 1, the new film?
Huh? No, I remember we talked about it like 20 episodes ago, and I was like, oh, that exists. And then Cole was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And then I didn't watch it, and I'm probably not going to. I don't really fuck
Fair
with the
enough.
movies that much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like Megan Fox, but like,
Yeah.
I don't really fuck with the movies that much.
I mean, that's a completely different thing, though.
Yeah, I also like Rosie Huntington Whitley, but again, I don't really fuck with the movies that much.
Yeah.
But like Transformers Prime is specifically like the one that like really like I love. I like the first like 3 movies a lot. 4. I don't know. There's a lot of them. Definitely the first 3 I like for sure a lot. Like the Michael Bay ones. The first 3 really good. And then obviously like the OG Transformer robots
than
in
beastie,
disguise. What is that show called?
Did you like-
It's Transformers?
Did you like
what is that
Beast
called?
Wars?
Return of
I'm
the
pissed.
Jedi.
Beast Wars? I didn't really watch Beast Wars much. Transformers OG show name.
Probably just Transformers, honestly.
Transformers
You guys
1.
ever seen the
okay, yeah, people
Famicom
just call
game
it
of
Transformers 1.
Transformers?
Wait, not the movie Transformers 1, but like the fucking show.
But the show.
Like the 80 show. The 80 show was pretty solid. I didn't watch all of it, but I watched like a good amount of it. But like Prime is the one that's like I was like, this is peak cinema.
Yeah, that and all.
Absolute cinema.
Like for me, like even though I didn't like watch it like as much, but like for me, like just like that kind of peak kind of stuff, like would have to be like Justice League era Batman or like Batman the Animated Series. Like that's also
Oh,
just
yeah.
peak.
You better calm down with the usage of the word peak, man. You gotta.
Oh yeah, that's
you
right.
gotta
I
chill
might
out.
upset. I might upset some.
I've
people.
had this toy and I don't know who this character is. I've had it since
Starscream.
I was really young.
Well, so here's the thing
Starscream?
about
Starscream.
It was a really cool toy. I got it in. I visited family in Illinois, and now I can't. Did I just break it? No.
He broke
Yeah, now it's a plane. It's a really cool toy
It's a
though,
bird,
and I'm like,
it's
I
a
don't know who this fucking
plane.
guy is. It's a plane.
The plane is crashing. It's
Do you
looking
know
like a
what's
Delta
really
flight.
sad? There was one fan fiction that I remember reading that was about Transformers. It was
Sorry.
like one of the best things I've ever read in my life, and I think they deleted it on fanfiction.net because I remember
Ouch.
I was trying to go back to it like a couple years ago to like read it again to be like, was this as good as I remember? It's not there anymore. Or I didn't save it, one of the two, and I can't find it because there's like fucking like a
sucks.
billion. Like you look up anything, you can't look up shit on that fucking
Yeah.
website. A, and then like B, I was just like, damn. But it was like really good. I still like remember a lot about it, but it's just cooked. It's cooked. It was like this. It took place back on Cybertron, and it was like this. It was almost like a detective-y kind of like style thing. Like that's like the best way I could describe it because I barely remember it, but like it was just really good. Anyway, no one fucking cares. No one asked.
I feel like. Hey, I know what that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I
know,
never wrote fan fiction, but I like played with action figures a lot, and that might as well have been the Coley cinematic universe right there.
Yeah.
Like if I had written it down, I would have posted that shit 100%.
Bro, 5-year-old me went like ham with the Rescue Rangers. Like those were my fucking people.
My mom called those big feet people.
Big feet.
Because those toys just had humongous
They
feet.
did.
Yeah, they did. They did have
He was like, "Oh,
mad
it's those big
fucking
feet people," and I was like, "I guess so, Mom." I don't.
I mean, you're not
That's
wrong.
really funny. That's really funny.
But
Dude, I remember when both DeviantArt and fanfiction.net were relevant. How the greats have fallen. I feel like that shit just doesn't exist anymore. I feel like it's just cooked.
yeah, how did they fall so?
It's like Tumblr. Like it's just cooked. Like all three of those still exist, and you can still go to them. But like in terms of like the cultural zeitgeist, I think it's just like I think it's over. Like I don't know. Maybe it's not over. Maybe I'm just not 14 anymore, and so I'm not like in the fanfiction world. So maybe fanfiction's still going strong. I don't know. But like
I still have Tumblr.
I feel like it ain't. You know, I feel like it ain't going that strong anymore. Or maybe I was just in the super niche part of the internet and I'm just not in the niche part. Well, I mean, I'm in the fucking speedrunning corner, so I just traded one niche for the other. But hey,
Yeah, you're stuck with us now.
I think
You went from a low tier to a
MySpace is
low
still
tier.
up?
Is it really?
MySpace, yeah, it's technically
just you
still
can't
up.
post. You just can't post anything to it.
Oh,
it's
it's
like
just
a
an
weird time capsule at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like archived.
Yeah, you can just like look at it and you could be like, wow.
Yep. I wonder what sucker's paying for that website to stay up. I shouldn't say that. I respect the fact that they have it up. They could have just gotten rid of it, but
They should have gotten rid of it.
I never used MySpace. That was a little before my time.
A little.
Not just a little. Yeah.
I think you're looking for the term a lot.
Yeah.
Not really. I was like in late elementary school when that shit was at its peak. I mean, I wouldn't be active on it, but I knew what it was.
I feel like MySpace was at its peak a long. When was MySpace
like in third, fourth, fifth
at
grade.
its peak?
Cosmic, you would know. When was MySpace at its peak?
Probably in the.
It's 2005 to 2008. Yeah, because Facebook launched in 2006, so it just fucking.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I was gonna say the
really
mid
long,
2000s.
dude.
I remember
Yeah.
people going on MySpace when I was in elementary school.
Nah, bro, that shit was cooked. Because Facebook
would've
released
been
in
like-
06, right? Facebook.
You would have been like
release
4.
Date. Yeah.
Yeah. That
Sorry,
probably
Facebook
was the
released
end
in
of
third grade and
2004.
stuff.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
I
have
remember
even
in
been
third grade
potty
people talking
trained
about
yet,
MySpace.
Cole. Like, how do you?
Damn.
At 4? What the fuck?
You were born in 02,
Yeah,
right?
I'm
I
just
was potty trained
making
at 4.
again, just making assumptions based on what we've brought.
You were born in 02, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd been 6 at the end of MySpace peak.
Dude, I have a
2008.
He said,
Six.
For a kid, I feel like I had a pretty good memory. I'm not even gonna lie.
Almost on one
I went
hand. Almost on one hand is how old you were.
Wait, can I actually? I just want to say, I like younger me actually had a good memory when my brain was working. Like it was impeccable. So I went to, this is kind of a Debbie Downer, but that's not this. This is a side topic.
Oh,
I
boy.
went to a funeral
great.
yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But the person who the person who passed away in preschool, I would always go over to their house to play with my cousin. And so I've never been there since I was like 3 or 4 years old. And so like when they were talking about emptying the house out to like get rid of all the stuff that's in there, I was like, oh yeah, don't you walk in and then the kitchen's to the right and like all those, there's like a little bar and then there's like the living room and the TV's in the corner next to the screen. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, I'm just the fucking best, dude. Like, I can't believe I remember all that shit. I was 4 goddamn years old. And I remember like the whole layout to the house.
I
It was
feel
cool.
like you might remember visual and like geostatic layout, or like
Nigga said
'cause I feel like
geostatic. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that was not even the
I
right
don't know
word.
what, yeah, I don't know what
there.
that.
I don't know what that
Just
means.
like-
Is that
But
a
just
word?
like
Visual,
spatial memory.
Okay, yeah,
is
yeah.
what I was going for. Like I feel that like that's probably a little stronger than like remembering like words or like higher level concepts like MySpace. Not that like MySpace is a high level concept, but it's like
Well, I mean, I saw people use it on computer screens and stuff.
okay, then that maybe explains it a little
So-
bit more. But
I don't even know
don't know,
what
but I
MySpace
definitely remember
looks
in
like.
third
I've
grade
never
talking
seen
about
that
it with
website in
people.
my life.
I haven't either.
Yeah, and I think that's
Seriously?
impressive,
I was-
honestly. I don't even know what it looks like.
I was one of those kids who wasn't allowed to use YouTube until I was like 13 or 14. So
Yeah, I didn't
I
get
did
on
not
YouTube
know
until
what
like
it is.
2013 either.
I got in so much trouble when I got on YouTube for the first time. It's actually funny.
Why?
I watched Smosh's, I don't know. Because, it's because I was watching Smosh, and I was definitely not old enough to be watching like a Smosh video. So like my mom, like I didn't know that browser histories existed. So like after I was on the computer, my mom would just see what I was doing or whatever. And she saw what I was watching, and she was like, this is not appropriate. This is not appropriate for my little man.
Yeah, she saw all your fan fiction, Cole. It's
yeah.
All the fan fiction.
But yeah.
Apparently that's the thing parents do is if you have like a personal like journal or diary, apparently a lot of parents just like find that shit and read it.
That's
I think it's
criminal.
really fucked up.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would ever do that.
That's weird behavior. I don't think I would ever
It is weird behavior.
I don't think I would read my kid's journal. I feel like that's just like breach of their privacy, bro.
It was a
like,
common enough thing for it to be like a stereotype or like an archetype sort of thing.
It is, yeah.
At least,
Yeah.
That's cringe.
Definitely was.
Imagine
Definitely
being,
was. I agree.
Imagine being so insecure you need to read your own kid's journal. Like, do they like me? Nigga, what?
Well, I don't even think it's
Or being,
that.
it's just being so helicoptery.
Or both.
Yeah.
No boundaries. Like
Why not
you
both?
know.
You know,
It's a lot of these things. It's really just like Nestani said, it's really just an invasion of their privacy. Like if
I
you
get the
have
browser
to keep
history,
tabs,
like sure, like you know, if you're not
the browser history, yeah.
It's
but like
right
if you're
there.
not intelligent enough to like clear out your browser history after you're having a little bit
You
of
don't
fun.
deserve to have one.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But like the journal, it's like, dog, leave them alone, bro. Like let them.
Yeah, like that's their space to like talk to themselves.
Yeah.
Like and really get their thoughts out. Like if you make that feel like they can't even do that, then they're just gonna bottle things up more and.
Well,
not trust
luckily
you
for me, I
even
just
more.
did that anyway because I was such an I still am such an internal like processor. But
Yeah, Jax is like a pipe bomb.
yeah,
Or a
right.
bottle
Nobody's
rocket.
watching this in an airport when we said pipe bomb.
This user has a bomb in their bag.
Oh god.
Arrest them now.
They're right over here.
They have a liquid container that's more than 8 fluid ounces. Kill this man.
Jesus Christ.
They're unleashing the weapon.
They have a water bottle in their backpack. Stop them.
They're doing Dasani shots in the bathroom. Arrest this criminal.
Crazy shit.
I once shotgunned an Aquafina because I accidentally I was breaking open a case of water and I accidentally knifed one of the water bottles, so I shotgunned it to save what water was left. You know, as opposed to being smart and just pouring it into a glass.
Hey, look, man. Sometimes when the mood strikes you, the thought just strikes you. It's like
Sometimes you just
time to
gotta
shotgun some water.
Sometimes you have to get on one knee and just chug a whole bottle of water. You know.
I wasn't on
That's
one
true.
knee, that's for certain.
What? Oh, I thought you were getting iced, and then you do the thing. With Smirnoff Ice, that's the thing. They get on one knee, then they do the thing. I shouldn't do this motion anymore.
Yeah, this.
You're eating churros like Charles Barkley, man.
That just needs to be the entire post on social media.
Next
It's
we're gonna
just
be
a
shitting on
gif
the
of
San
this.
Antonio women, and it's just gonna go all downhill for us.
They got some
San Antonio win.
Oh god.
Chuck is godlike, bro.
I love
It's
Chuck,
so
dude.
good, man. That show is godlike. All 4 of them is just peak.
And it's ending.
Peak
I always
cinema.
loved-
It's not
I
mid,
always
it's not slop, it's peak.
I always loved on YouTube those Ernie Johnson being black compilations. You know what I mean? Where he just
Yeah, I've seen those,
Yeah.
he just freaking quotes Boondocks, and I'm just like, wow, this guy is a knower.
This guy is a grower, not a shower.
Whoa, I didn't know fucking Ernie Johnson fucking
packing
That's why his last name's Johnson. That's why his last name's Johnson, bro.
Bro's putting heat in the Miami Heat. Goddamn.
Except he's not, because they're on a 9-game losing streak right now. It's kind of criminal, bro. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
We got back to basketball somehow. Holy shit.
Yeah,
It always comes back to basketball.
Yeah, we're so back to basketball.
This is the part where Cosmic tunes out of the
life.
conversation again.
Well, I was just
going
gonna say the circle of life, so then we could loop into Disney again.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we're back to Disney. Guys, are any of you going to go watch the Snow White movie? Because I'm actually going to go see it in
No.
theaters.
I don't like movies.
Probably not.
Isn't it crazy that I will
It
never
costs so
see
much
a
to go to
movie
the theaters,
ever?
bro.
You're correct, but I will never go see a movie ever. But if Rachel Zegler's in the movie, I will go to the movie theater, and I think that
I'm just there, dude.
I think you might have a problem.
No, I just love her. She's just my favorite. I don't think there's a problem with that.
I was gonna bring this up when we were talking about Disney. I don't know. I just don't fuck with musicals. I just think they're super annoying.
You're cringe.
I agree.
You're both cringe, and you should both kill yourselves. Now.
I agree, and I helped direct musicals in high school, and I'm not really.
It's because you're poisoned by the bitchy diva hose, dude. Like, come on.
It's just the other thing too is I just like theatrical plays a lot more than musicals. Like I just want to like
wow,
I feel like it just really pulls me out of it.
That's crazy.
I just feel like I get pulled out of the experience when we cut to non-diegetic like music number, you know? It's like I'm just like, okay. It's like you get put in unskippable cutscene, and it's just like
that is kind of how it feels. But that's why performing in them is so much more fun because you're like, no. But then when you're watching it, you're like, oh my fucking god, they could have just said exactly what they wanted to say in one line, but now there's like a whole refrain, choruses.
It's like they take a whole musical number to say, this is what my name is, and I'm like, bro, you just said it like 5 times in the last 20 seconds. It's like,
well, that's the theater.
Do we really need a bridge and pre-chorus for this? Like,
honestly, the only time I liked it was in Into
like
the
the whole
Woods.
concept of "My Name Is" by Eminem.
Yeah,
also kind of
my favorite musical.
I didn't know 8 Mile was a musical.
That is my
crazy.
favorite, most critical musical.
What a truth nuke! 8 Mile, the first hip hop musical.
dude, I now want an 8 Mile opera. That's what I want.
That would be fire. No,
that would actually go like.
No, it would not be fire.
Yeah.
That would be horrendous. That would be horrific.
Like you just well, maybe you get like an opera rendition of Gangster's Paradise. Maybe that would go hard, but you'd have to shoehorn it in at that point. But
possibly.
Musicals is like the only thing I will go to the theater to see. Like literally the last movie I saw in theaters was West Side Story, which is Rachel Zegler's in. I have not been since 2021.
I don't know if it's musicals
and
or
before that, the last time I was in the theater was Endgame.
I'm surprised you didn't see Wicked.
Oh, I actually want to see Wicked. I didn't know that it was a musical. And I also didn't know Ariana Grande was in it.
It's one of the most annoying. Yeah. It's one of the most annoying musicals of all time.
I've heard a lot of split things about it.
All the bitchy diva hoes love that musical.
I've heard a lot of split things about Wicked, if it's good or if it's bad. And now I'm just kind of interested in watching it. And also I get extra credit for watching it and writing like something about it in one of my classes. So that's really the reason I'm going to watch it.
Yeah,
fair enough.
I
want those 10 points.
I think the most I've heard about the Wicked movie, like the new Wicked movie, is just like musical theater white women like just bawling over it because like Wicked is their favorite fucking thing ever. That's like the most.
I also like I've never even heard of like the OG Wicked, which is like maybe criminal, but
Wicked.
Yeah, I mean, I know like when you say Wicked, the first thing that pops up is like the guy with like the sunglasses on, the Twitch emote. Wicked. He has like the fucking the color shades.
Oh my god, that and Cats, I feel like are the most overrated musicals.
Cats is dog shit.
Cats is dog shit. Cats is. I don't even need to watch that to make sure to say that it's dog shit.
I'm talking about just
shit,
the theatrical. I'm not even talking about the films. Like the film Cats is obviously like garbage.
One of the worst films ever made.
The actual original musicals is just like, why was this a thing? Like, why was this so popular? Like, it's such a random, silly, stupid, like silly in the bad way. Silly in the I'm wasting
derogatory.
My time way. Honestly, I think the only musical I've ever genuinely liked, this is so wild, but it's probably Into the Woods, which is just a classic one. But then Shrek the Musical is actually fire.
You fucking would say
Shrek the Musical
Kill yourself.
is actually really good.
Yeah,
it's really good. It's really funny because it's like, because, you know, Shrek is making fun of like fairy tales and stuff already. But then in the musical, it's like kind of making fun of itself. And
do they do Smash Mouth by All Star? Do they do Smash Mouth?
I think
it's
the one
opposite,
I saw,
Jaxler.
That was the joke.
All Star by Smash Mouth.
That was the joke.
Oh, I just thought you were a silly, goofy, idiot guy. Yeah.
Yeah. We thought you were cosplaying Cole.
No, that'll be next week.
That would be so good, dude.
It's on the timetable already. Don't worry about
Maybe I
it.
shouldn't even
The
try and fight
magical
this one.
charade
It's a losing battle.
I'm just saying, he said he like Shrek the music. Like, bro, like fucking the sound of music exists. Singing in the Rain exists. Fucking La La Land exists.
Oh
like,
shit,
what are we
dude! I
talking
forgot about
man?
both of
I
those
think
things.
the only musical
I
I
still
like
like those more.
I feel like the only musical I like is The Producers, but that's because it's shitting on musicals. And I'm like, yeah! You know what I mean?
Dude, you would hate Singing in the Rain because that is actively like promoting musicals.
Yeah,
That's like,
it
dude,
is.
musicals are cool.
It's like the classic Hollywood of them sucking themselves off. It's basically like
Oh, yeah.
it's like the 1960s
It
version
is.
of La La Land, basically. Like,
Sounds about right.
except La La
actually
Land
do
didn't
kinda like Singing in the Rain.
really suck itself. Well, no, it sucked itself off.
It kind of did.
It did.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah,
such a good movie. I loved La
Forgot
La
about
Land.
that, dude.
I like The Wall.
The Wall is good.
By Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty decent.
No, the one by...
We're really circling back in every topic.
There's also
Hey, welcome back to the podcast, everyone. My name is Nestani.
Interstellar was also pretty good. Interstellar 5555.
Interstellar,
By
the movie is
Down.
really good.
Well, I was talking about
Nostalgia
Interstellar.
Critics The
Like-
Wall.
No.
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 I don't even know what it is. I just heard of it.
It's dog shit. That's all you need to know.
Oh, like the original album.
Fair enough.
Although
Although
I
there
will
was
say-
also
Go ahead.
Well, I was
no,
gonna
I'm
say
go.
that,
to make it a quick
okay, fair
addendum.
That's
Fair enough, honestly.
What the hell?
To make a quick addendum,
Oh my God.
in reality, I haven't watched that many musicals, so maybe musicals are dog shit. Maybe I've only watched the good ones. Go ahead, Cosmic.
You watch more than me.
I just listed all the ones that I've watched. Sound
That's
of Music,
basically all of them.
Singing in the Rain, La La Land.
those are good.
Well, I guess, and
I don't know.
like all the fucking Christmas movies, like White Christmas. I guess that's technically a musical. All those, and then like all the Disney shit. There's a lot of musicals. Never mind. But anyway, go
You
ahead,
might be
Cosmic.
stupid.
Yeah. I was
So
more referring
there
to like
was
the IRL musicals, okay? Like not like Disney. Okay, I've seen a lot of Disney musicals, but not that. Anyway,
the
go ahead, Cosmic.
IRL musicals.
Yeah,
The
live
IRL
action,
musicals
whatever.
is
Fuck
killing
off. I
me,
don't watch
dude.
movies, man. I play video games.
Bro.
Now,
You don't even do that.
Makes me think of something else to say. Cosmic, please go.
So there was the musical Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog with Neil Patrick Harris was in it. Nathan Fillion was in it. Felicia Day was in it. And it was actually made during it was written during like one of the original writer's strikes. And it was about a supervillain whose name was Dr. Horrible that also, he was just like an ordinary guy that fell in love with a woman who ended up falling in love with the hero of the story called Captain Hammer. And they all released as episodes, like they were like 5-10 minute episodes for free. I think it was on Hulu or something, but it's really, really good. I think that was the first one that I saw where Neil Patrick Harris really like showed his chops as a singer.
Dude, that guy can sing.
I don't know who that
It was
is.
dope. Yeah. The guy from How I Met Your Mother, most like primarily.
He was also
he
the
was
kid doctor.
He was the blonde-haired guy, Barney in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Oh, Barney. I know
yeah.
Barney the purple
Yeah.
dinosaur.
No.
No, he was not that guy. But
He was in Matrix 4 and he wore that suit at the premiere that looked like he was just like a little oil spill.
He's like a blonde white guy, right? In How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, blonde white
Barney?
guy. Yeah,
yeah. I know
Yeah.
him.
He's cool.
yeah. There's also like it's not a musical actually. It's an opera that got put to film at one point, which was Repo the Genetic Opera, and it's about a world where people have like a lot, like plastic surgery is like at its most popular, and people regularly like are even getting new organs and stuff too, and that's like the whole phenomenon of plastic surgery has evolved into that as well, or just surgery in general. And people are like leasing out organs or whatever other plastic surgery they have, like their face even to like pay for this stuff or like put it on layaway essentially. And if you don't make your payments, then the repo men come and cut out like the stuff that you've bought, or that you have on layaway. It's like a horror, pretty obviously it's a horror opera, and it's really dark, but I mean it's pretty awesome, honestly. Like Meatloaf was in it. The guy that played Giles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer was in it. Paris Hilton was in it.
Oh wow!
I know who Paris Hilton is.
Did you like Little Shop of Horrors, or have you ever seen Little
I didn't
Shop of
watch
Horrors?
it. No.
Do you know of it? Like, do you know the premise?
I've heard of it before, but I haven't.
I know Feed Me Seymour
seen it.
But that's all I know.
That was the musical I actually performed my senior year, and then COVID shut it down on show week.
Oh,
That
kind of a bummer.
sucks.
But I played Audrey too. But that has a very similar story where
That's
it's
funny.
like it's a musical that has like a weird horror element to it because it's like this little plant like feeds on blood, but then it just starts eating people, and then it like will eventually like take over the world kind of thing. So that's an alright musical. Addams Family Musical, that is also top 3. Addams Family Musical is goated. That's another one where it's like self-referencing. I forgot about that one. That was really funny. I just like the ones where they make fun of musicals, I guess.
yeah. That's probably why I like the producers so much.
You've decided that the only way you can enjoy the genre is if you can enjoy it ironically, because the
Irony
work
poisoning.
itself
Yippee.
Yeah, the work itself insists that you can go. It's okay, buddy. You don't have to.
It insists upon itself.
It
Lois.
insists upon
it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, Into the Woods is probably my favorite musical, and that doesn't. I mean, I guess it kind of is. That is a fan fiction. That musical is basically a fan fiction. It's like, what if we take all these fairy tale characters and make them like fuck each other?
Whoa.
And that was pretty much it.
Which ones?
Prince Charming, and then the baker's wife, and then actually, if I say all this, I'm going to spoil it. So
No one cares, bro.
I don't think. I was gonna say, I don't think anybody fucking cares.
But no, dude, that was a good time. I mean, I'm kind of biased because that was also another musical I was in.
Oh,
so
actually, now I think I know
so
maybe
you only like
one
the
of my
musicals
favorite
that you're in.
musicals.
Okay, understood.
pretty much.
Yeah. Now I'm remembering other musicals that I was in was.
Oh my goodness.
I'm in musical theater. I'm in high school, puberty.
So there's what is it? There's Rent, which is really good. Rent is a really good musical.
I don't like
it's
Rent.
about
I
the,
don't like paying rent. That's a lot of fucking money, bro.
Well, no,
Get that outta here.
I meant the musical
that's the
Rent,
bad
which
Rent.
is about the AIDS crisis.
Oh, I don't really like AIDS either.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
not
like-
cool.
I don't like AIDS.
I assure you that the Rent musical does not like AIDS as well.
Guys, I'm going to say
good.
something really brave. I'm against AIDS.
Thank you for
I would have
speaking
to
out,
agree.
King.
Thank you.
Yeah, same.
Thank you. Thank you.
I lost.
Thanks,
that's how
bro.
I lost one of my ankles. So I'm told.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Yep. What else was there? Oh yeah, and then Jesus Christ Superstar. That was the other one. That's a really good
Yo,
one.
shout out to my nigga Jesus.
Yeah.
I will also shout out Jesus.
And what Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
I didn't see
That's another
that, but I did
musical,
see Prince of Egypt. Prince of Egypt was pretty fucking good
We're
too.
really just naming musicals now.
I
mean, they're
know more
good.
Any of
musicals than I
these.
thought I did.
I haven't heard of any of these, by the way.
Isn't Prince of
I'm
Egypt
kinda
that DreamWorks movie that's like animated?
Yeah, it's DreamWorks. Yeah, it's
Just
DreamWorks.
looks like a Disney movie.
Oh, that's a musical?
I didn't
Yeah,
know
it's
that was a
musical.
All Disney movies are
It's got a-
musicals, if you think about it.
Well, this
Well,
is
it was
DreamWorks,
so
but
dude,
and
is
it is
Shrek
good.
a musical? Like the original movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it kind of is.
Yeah,
Or does
they
it
break
just
out in the
have
song.
music in
Yeah.
it?
They play
Yeah,
All
there you
Star,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
I need a
Yep.
hero. I need a hero till the end of
Yeah.
the night.
It's like crazy to think about, but like all Disney movies are just like fucking like Disney, Pixar, like
Musicals.
Dreamcast,
Is Lilo
whatever
and
it is.
Stitch a musical?
It's not
I don't think
Dreamcast.
so,
It's something
actually.
else.
What?
That might be
DreamWorks. I've said it like 5 times. Dreamcast.
I was like, it's not
dude.
Dreamcast.
I love
Bro
movie
said
studios like Genesis,
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast, Saturn.
Bro
Games
said
so cooked, man. It's so cooked.
Dreamcast, bro. I think that if there's one that you really need to check, there's two actually that you need to check out, Nestani, especially given that you've watched a few other musicals and really liked them. I would definitely say Rent and Jesus Christ Superstar for sure. I feel like those are all time
Bless up, dude.
classics.
I don't need to watch
Amen.
Jesus Christ Superstar because Jesus Christ is already my superstar. Every day, all day, baby. We locked in.
That's right.
And that's going to be the end of the podcast, everyone. That is it for watching.
Yes.
Does
Like,
anyone
comment,
have
subscribe.
anything
Jesus,
they want to shout out before we go?
It's GDQ submissions week, so
Is
hope
it?
you all look for
Good luck.
Hope you all look
Have
forward
fun.
to us talking about some of our submissions in the next episode.
Oh yeah, I guess we have to do that, huh? So wait, so like by like next
will
week, like
foresee
we're
it.
done with submissions. So like you all will know like what you all have submitted.
Well, we'll
like
have
a
our
week.
submissions in, but the
Yeah,
window will
and
still
then
be
we can
open.
yap about it. Yeah, we could do that, guys.
Yeah.
We're returning to speedrunning next episode. I know everyone's so excited. We're the
I kinda
best
feel
speedrun
whatever
podcast
about
that
it.
exists.
I do like these episodes where we my voice cracked. I do like these episodes where we go off on other tangents, but I mean speedrunning's pretty cool too. But I mean that's really all that I've kind of had going on as I started to just start fine tuning some of my stuff because I've got the majority of them that I could just toss in the pan, but I want to like try for some PBs in the next week or so. Other than that, I've just been taking a break because, I've just been kind of focusing on the 9 to 5 really. So that's kind of it for me.
Yeah, I feel like we're all kind of like working on stuff that like takes forever, and we'll have a big payoff at some point.
Sure.
Well, I don't know if mine's gonna have a big payoff, but we'll see. I suppose.
I'm in editing hell right now, so
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
not doing
Good shit.
anything. I'm just going to school.
That will have a big payoff eventually
No, fuck it won't, bro.
in a couple of years.
Yeah, maybe copium. That's what I tell myself.
Copium.
Dude, every day I want to drop out every single one. Also, I just want to point out that me and Jax currently are holding down the podcast with not having voice cracks yet. So it's really good. We got to keep holding
that's
down the fort.
surprising because you'd think that would be me.
Yeah,
but
I know. Like, but I'm definitely still holding it down. I'm pretty sure you've held it down too, because I don't think I've made fun of you yet for having a voice
smart
crack.
people voice crack.
I've been
in the
putting
middle of
numbers
their
on the
sentence.
board.
Yeah, and I'm fucking dumb as fuck, so I don't voice crack ever. So
Yeah.
people have been
People have been
saying
saying
And then,
this.
and I've just got on Sundays I've been doing speedrun Sundays. Right now I'm in the middle of Fright Scooby nonsense, but I eventually want to speedrun other games. Hopefully next month I'm
He
hoping
says
to do
that, but then he
Refit.
will not run anything other than
he will not. Yeah, but he's averaging 40 viewers, so like maybe we should all just shut the fuck up. So
No, I'm not averaging that.
Damn.
Wait, no, you're
Okay,
averaging
Mr.
20.
Popular.
Sorry, you're averaging. Well, you're like 25.
That's like my max.
I'm not pocket watching or anything.
I'm
though.
dual streaming. That's actually an important thing to note.
Yeah,
I'm dual
you're
streaming
dual
now,
streaming,
so you
so
can
you-
see it on YouTube.
Yeah,
and
you have
Twitch,
like
so.
10ish around on YouTube, and you have like normally like 13 to
guess.
15 on Twitch. Not that I pocket watch or anything.
Listen.
I never do that.
Oh, okay.
I never
Well,
pocket
need
watch
to-
your
if-
accounts.
If nobody watches
Yeah,
anything
never-
else I
never in
speedrun, then I'm just
history.
never gonna speedrun them. Sorry, Rabbids.
True.
Damn.
People have been saying it. Speedrun Sundays are only lasting as long as he is above 20 viewers. If he dips below it, he's turning off the stream.
I'm like, fuck that shit.
If he doesn't get one prime sub a day, he's off, guys.
It's just gonna. If he doesn't get any
By
Bezos
the way,
bucks today,
he
he's gonna
doesn't have
fucking
affiliate.
blow his brains
Dog,
out.
he's averaging 13 viewers on Twitch, and he doesn't have affiliate. Just get it, bro. Like what?
No, I can't.
Yes,
I
you
actually
can.
can't because you have to. No, I can't because I have to stream a certain number of days a month, and I haven't fulfilled that. Actually, I mean, well, who cares?
You're
Actually,
dog
cooked.
shit.
But
Right,
I
yeah.
can't. I actually can't. I can't. I have everything else perfect, but that one thing.
Bro, just like
So,
go
like-
live for 10 minutes on one day. Like easy.
That's what
clap.
I'm gonna. That's probably what I'll actually do. Like legitimately.
Yeah.
That
You
is
should just
actually what I'll do.
turn on your camera and just stare into it for 10 minutes and be
That would
like,
actually be.
all right,
a
everybody,
really funny
bye.
idea.
and then just
No,
You should
no
just go live,
context.
brush your teeth, and then just turn it off. You know.
You could also be like Nestani
I
and
just
go
realized
live
no one gets that reference
ins-
besides me.
and then install
Yeah,
a game
sorry.
onto a hard drive and then turn off stream. Like what you did with Strider.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, my thing was already on, and then I had to switch to
Yeah.
my phone, so then I had to turn it back on my phone, and then stream me taking apart my computer, and then I put it back up, and then it worked, and then I didn't actually play Strider because that game is fucking terrible.
Damn.
The game's great. It's just that the speedrun requires way too much mashing, and I still don't know
And
what
it's too much mashing for
Dragon
me,
Dance.
and that's how you know that it's too much mashing.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't know. I just don't know what the fuck is up with Dragon Dance. That's
It's
it.
impossible.
Like I just don't know.
They
like,
should just
but
allow
they're
turbo.
That's what
but they're
I
just
determined.
not like they're not Like, the people ran that game a fuck ton. There's got to be something people are missing, but like, it just, I don't know.
Yeah.
The whole fucking tutorial is like whatever.
Yeah,
so,
I gave up.
Yeah.
And now
so
I
did
play Mario, even though I
Multiple
don't even
times.
play Mario, because I'm too busy. But I'll get back to it, guys. Sure, guys. My goal this year was to do a run by the end of the year. I'm still technically on pace.
You're on pace.
Yeah,
You're on pace.
You are.
Not to be confused with PACE, the Global Speedrun Association event.
You're doing what, 120 star?
70.
70 is 70.
I wish I would
okay.
do 120,
Yeah.
but that's like 50 more stars, and I'm not going to get there because we all know how annoying I am when I learn games. So
Yeah.
because I
true.
can't just learn
Yeah.
the easy stuff.
Exactly.
So
You can't just do runs. You're like, nope.
no, I have to optimize everything before I even like start. Yeah, because my brain's rotten and poison and dog shit, and it's really a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's actually really bad that I am like this, but whatever. It's just it's the way, it's the law, it's the way of the land.
It's the law.
Yeah. But hey,
Better
you
to
know, on
be
the bright side,
overdressed
I'm not
than
doing summer
underdressed,
school,
I
so
guess.
that means I will be able to do more
Sick.
Yay.
Mario then.
That's cool.
And surely
Tight.
by like July, I'll have a run done, guys. Cope.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
All right, get out of here. Go away.